Hey everyone, Eric Poulin here, your Temple and Family History leader. Today we're going to take a trip down memory lane somewhat with memories and observe something that we can discover about merging duplicate records. I'm going to do this on the browser desktop version of Family Search rather than the app, just so that we get a different perspective on things. I'll switch between the two, but of course this can easily be done on the mobile app as well. My dad has been adding a whole bunch of images from his history. These are of my grandfather and some history. As I was scrolling through these images, I came across this particular image and thought, man, I can really understand where I get my familial look from. Definitely a combination of this gene pool, and yeah, it's so similar. So I clicked onto this image to just get a better idea of what was going on here. I see that these images have been tagged, which is great. That's a way of attaching the image to different profiles. Aside from these images being double tagged, which usually we should not do, what I noticed on this particular one as I scrolled down here is I saw that my grandfather, Jean-Baptiste, was listed here twice, but separate files. This one has an image, and the name is hyphenated and has his middle name, and most importantly, it's a different record number. This record number, or that number, is a unique number that Family Search uses to uniquely identify every profile on Family Search. When you see a different profile number, it's a different entity inside Family Search. But clearly, these two people are meant to be the same person. I see it's been tagged over here separately, but I know that this is supposed to be the same person. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go and merge these two records together. One of the big problems that we have in family history is you get people from all over the world, different cities, different places, getting excited about family history and starting to do the work. And then maybe I add my grandfather, and he's not in Family Search, so I create a new record for him. And then maybe simultaneously, or perhaps maybe without doing a thorough search, my brother or an uncle somewhere in a different city or whatever is independently working on family history, and he creates another copy of my grandfather. Now we have these two records of the same person. Now we want to avoid that as much as we can because it just causes confusion, obviously, in the record keeping. But most importantly, because one of the reasons that we do family history is to provide those ordinances eventually. We don't want to be doing those ordinances twice. It's just a waste of everyone's resources and time. So as much as we can, we want to keep those tightly knit together. There's two ways that we can merge these records. So I'm going to I'm holding down the Control key on my Windows keyboard while I click on this so that it opens in a new window. I'm opening this individual record. So this is the record that I want to keep because this is the one with his profile image. It looks nice. I'm going to scroll down. What I'm looking for is over here in the Tools section. Often Family Search will already detect that there's a possible duplicate, and that would fall under the ancestors with tasks as well. But when I see it here, I see there's a 0 here right now. So Family Search hasn't detected this. I detected it. So what I can do is go to Find Similar People. That's what I'm going to do. When I click Find Similar People, Family Search automatically searches its database, looks for people with similar names with a birth and death date and locations that are very similar. And in this case, it finds this other individual. And how do I know? I recognize the file name. This ends in G6G7. And if I go back to my original image here, this duplicate is 6G7. And I'm on 5JC. 5JC is what I'm on. 6G7 is the duplicate. So I do see that there's a duplicate here. So I could go in and try to work with it there. The other method I'm going to use, though, to actually do the merge right now, I'm going to close this tab, go back to the image. So I've opened already this record, the 5JC record. There we are at the top. 5JC is open. I'm going to copy the record number of the duplicate I detected. And then over in the record that I want to keep, I'm going to go down again in this tools section, merge by ID. When you click on this, it now allows me to paste in that duplicate record that I detected. And when I continue, it'll take me into a merge process where I can have a look at which data is the most accurate. So when I scroll through here and have a look, just again verifying that this is the same person, and it actually is, they have the same record ID for the parent, and like both parents' record IDs match. I know for sure this is the same person. So yes, I'm going to continue with the merge. And now what you're doing is looking for, okay, what is the most accurate information? Sometimes there's pieces on one record that are more accurate than the other, and so we're just looking to merge them together to get the best picture that we can possible. As I scroll down here, I see that this one on the left really is not super awesome in terms of quality of data. The one on the right is a much more complete picture. I don't see anything on the left that I want to keep, so I'm going to go ahead and continue without changing anything. And I'm going to say my reason for merging is exact same parents and data matches. You have to give some kind of reason here, and it's just free text. So you're just citing why you think you know this, and I'll finish the merge. And now those records should be one and the same. If I come back to this video or this image and refresh it, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but we'll have a look. Yeah. So that third record, which used to be the other one, has now become the original. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, unfortunately, the image is triple tagged with the same individual, so don't really need to have that, but at least we have that duplicate removed. That's going to save a lot of problems in the future. I don't recommend that you go through your entire tree looking for duplicates, but when you notice them, and they will come up from time to time because of the scenario that I described, that's the process to merge them. You just open the individual you want to keep, scroll down to the tools section, merge by ID, and then paste in the ID that you found as the duplicate, and you'll be able to go through that merge process. So as you're doing that, we'll help keep the records clean and keep the system more ready for doing those essential saving ordinances for our family history.